Hi, my name is George Muse. I am an immigration consultant. Welcome to Immigration Kenya News. Is a channel where we will talk about immigration. Immigration about Kenya, about Africa, around the world, everything about immigration. A lot of people have asked me about this Huduma Number. So what is Huduma Number? In very simple terms, is a service number. Now, an ordinary Kenyan, an adult ordinary Kenyan would have at least 7 documents that come from government. That is from your birth certificate to your national ID, to your passport, to your driver's license. If you're married, the marriage certificate, NHIF, NSSF, and all that. So the government thinks that is a lot. And that is in addition to other documents like insurance cards, your medical cover, your bank account, and so forth. So what the government has done is to try and integrate all those numbers into one unique number, that when you're going to seek services in any of the government agencies, the moment you give your number, they can pull all that they need in terms of the service you're seeking. For instance, if you're going to KRA, they do not need to ask you for your KRA number. They just need to ask you what is your Huduma number. Same for if you go to, say, the Department of Immigration. If you give them your Huduma number, they're able to trace and get all the other document information they need. So yes, I know there's been a lot of speculation in terms of the safety and security of this number. But the government has come out to explain that there are sufficient laws, there are sufficient safeguards to protect the information that is gathered. Important to note is, of course, Kenya may not have a specific data privacy protection law, but within the existing laws, there are enough safeguards, according to government, to protect your numbers. So therefore, now that we know what is Huduma Number is, then we're supposed to register. Any person is supposed to register. That is all Kenyans in the country and all foreigners in the country. For Kenyans, children below 6 years, you're supposed to, the parent will go fill the form and provide the birth certificate number, and then they will be registered. For everyone above 6 years, in addition to filling the forms, they will be required to physically present themselves before registration officials. And where your biometrics will be taken, they will take your fingerprint. They will also take a photo, your passport size photos, and that's it. They will not draw your blood. And then you will be let go, you're given a slip to show that you've registered, and eventually you'll be given a number when it's ready. For non-Kenyans, if you're here as a student, on a work permit, as a dependent, as an intern, as a refugee, you will also need to appear before registration officials with your passport, your alien card, your special pass, dependent pass, or whichever document that shows that you're in Kenya lawfully. And the same will be done in terms of taking your fingerprint and taking a photo of yourself. According to, the registration law that is governing this process, because it's anchored in law, they say it's mandatory, okay? And we know the High Court has also given its opinion on that matter and said, well, it's not mandatory. But I think, in my opinion, it's good to go and register, because if the government indeed will keep its word, then what we know is this will lighten the burden of carrying all these documentations. And I think to that point, I think that is all we need to say about Huduma Number. But in case you need to know anything about this, you could get in touch. And before I finish, you can register in any place. It doesn't mean if you come from, say, in Nairobi, Embakasi, you need to go to Embakasi. Even if you're traveling, say, in Mombasa, you could walk into any of the registration centers and you will be registered. It's not specific to the location. Thank you very much.